Today I got to go to an early showing of the movie Bye-Bye Man. Let's get into this. So on our way there, the cameraman and I both had our percent of what we thought the movie would be. I'm not a big fan of horror movies anyway, but Brandon, the cameraman, gave it around a 69%, which is kind of high I think, but anyway, I gave it a 48% just because, I don't know, the trailer looked kind of promising, but kind of not promising at the same time. But well. So in the beginning we meet the three characters who move into a house, which is how every horror movie starts, and they go and then creepy stuff comes around the house, different noises, everything. So since all the weird noises were happening, they had a psychic come in and they all had a seance, which all the boys were skeptics of her, but anyway, as they were holding hands, you know, closed eyes, she was telling them about like the main character whose parents I guess had died in a car crash, and which he's never told anyone like that. He also went into the other room and hid like car keys in the pan just so they could prove her wrong, and she still picked that right. And as everything was going through, she was having like weird vibes of other people being in the house too, which as a viewer I was kind of getting goosebumps, and so did other people that were with me. And after watching all that, I was still waiting for something to fall through in the movie, because this is like a fourth of the way through, and later we got to like halfway through and it was still going good. And finally, like my first big nitpick was like in the trailer when you see one of the characters running through the train and he's yelling, you know, stop, 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 it's all in your head, it's all in your head. As she's running, she has plenty of time to get past the tracks. As soon as she gets to the tracks, like she stops in the middle, turns, and gets hit by the train. That is a spoiler, I'm sorry if I didn't clarify that anyway. But that's really my first big nitpick of the movie. So after the train crash, that's when all the policemen get there and everything. And the lead investigator is talking to all three of them, but all three of them are saying amongst themselves like, you know, don't say his name, don't say his name. You can't tell anyone, because if they tell one person, they'll tell somebody else, and then it gets inside their head and everything like that. So the lead investigator's like, you know, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But they all amongst themselves agreed to not say anything while they were all like hallucinating themselves. So later the lead investigator tells two of them, the boy, not the main character, but the boy and the girl, to go ahead and home. So as the main character goes and talks to them, he convinces her not to ask him who or like what they're talking about, just because of some truths are meant to be like kept to themselves to not hurt anyone else, and she finally agreed with that. So we got to go home. So once he got home, as he was going upstairs, he heard pretty much them getting it on. So he was already paranoid as is, so he comes in there and he sees them, yeah. So he grabs a bat and hits the guy upside the head, and after he sees it, like, because that was the Bye-Bye Man messing with his head, she was asleep and he was just standing there asking like, you know, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And knocks him out. So later, he leaves. So he leaves the house and does something else that I'm not going to talk about just because that's part of the movie. Later, he comes back to the house, and as he's coming back, he realizes that you block out the Bye-Bye Man by not being afraid of him. So he gets back to the house and hears them arguing over something, which that's all I'm going to say for right now, because something later happens and it's like the biggest plot twist of the movie, which it was in a good way, because in horror movies, usually the plot twist is usually kind of pointless and you really don't care, but it was actually, it made me like, holy cow, how did that just happen? Whenever during the last scenes, whenever the actual Bye-Bye Man actually comes out, he looks actually scary. I mean, because soon he takes off his hood and everything, you see him, he's got his little dog thing with him, and all of it just looks pretty scary. So after, you know, the movie's ended, I've only got like one other nitpick in the movie, is that, in my opinion, they said, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, so many times that it just kind of got redundant. So that was pretty much my only nitpick. And my other nitpick that's not dealing with the movie is Rotten Tomatoes score, which gave it a 26%, which I cannot believe that, because for my rating of the movie is second tier. So yeah, that is my review of Bye-Bye Man. If you don't agree, you can say down below. I mean, I do care, I don't care. I kind of want to see what you guys think. But other than that, yeah. See you next time, guys. So in the beginning we meet our first, no, it's not.
Yes, go!
Different noises, everything. Stop it. So since all the noises were happening, keep going. So it's all the I'm slurring. I go home. So once they got home, freak man,